everybody, I'm Gabriella LaRusso, and today we are at my second home. We're at Gossip Salon in Carroll Stream, Illinois. I'm very fortunate to have found my passion in this industry early on. I have quite a few family members that have been in this business, and from a young age I was always watching their every move, eagerly asking questions, and I couldn't wait to start doing hair myself. So as soon as I started beauty school, I knew I had to take this career by storm. When I started here at Gossip, I was a shampoo girl, and then I quickly moved on to be a commission stylist. Now here everybody rents, so I had one goal in mind, and that was to become a renter. And after a few years, when I hit that goal, I said to myself, okay, what's next? And that's when I decided that Redken was the path I wanted to take. I am a Redken specialist. I've gone through Hair Color Authority, and I am a Redken certified hair colorist. By taking these pillar and platform classes, I have learned the why behind we do hair. It's much more intense than just applying color and calling it a day. There is chemical processes and formulas and the fundamentals and principles that go behind why we do what we do. When I signed up for the specialist program, I wanted to know the product guide inside and out. And for Hair Color Authority and color certification, I studied so hard to understand why certain colors were placed on certain levels and what their background tones were and what families they were in. And by studying hard and learning that and taking in all the knowledge from my educators, I was able to come back to the salon and feel so much more confident in the work that I was doing and giving my clients. By involving myself with Redken, I have learned a lot about what this brand has to offer in education for stylists, but I've also come to love the passion and family culture that Redken embodies. I feel like every time I go to a Redken class, I've learned so much knowledge. I have more passion for what I do, and there is a fire that ignites under me that I just can't wait to get back to the salon and start practicing, pull out a mannequin head, mix some colors up, and see what we can do. I've always had a love for learning, and I think it's so exciting to take your new knowledge and new skill set and share them with other stylists. Education is something we can all continuously benefit from, no matter what age you are or how long you've been in the industry. We all have something to share with one another. I love that aha exciting moment when you finally realize you learned a new skill and you could benefit this from behind the chair. In Redken, we celebrate wins and we celebrate mistakes, and we learn from both of those outcomes. Anytime there's a chance for me to move forward and take another step in my career, I want that. I feel like I'd be a great educator because of my passion for learning and my passion for this industry and Redken. I want to pay it forward. I want to give other stylists confidence and knowledge and share skills with each other. I want to be there for them, and I've been so grateful for the mentors that I've come across in my life. I want to be that for somebody. I want to make it big in this industry. So today I'm excited to show you a color technique using Color Fusion Permanent Color in Zone 1, and we are going to be using City Beats Midtown Magenta, which is my absolute favorite out of the whole line, in Zone 2. So stay tuned. Okay everybody, so to start off, I have already pre-treated Gianna's hair. I use Pre-Art and Hair Cleansing Cream. Then I use the Extreme Shot Base, followed by 3.5 Shot Fix. The reason I did that is because we have done color on Gianna's hair before, but we also just wanted to remove any impurities, any mineral buildup that may be on her hair, so we can have a clean canvas to start. My tools today are going to be 2 wide bristle brushes and 1 narrow short bristle brush. I have already mixed my formula. I have equal parts of Color Fusion Fashion Line 3VR and 5VR with 10 volume peroxide cream developer. Then I have Midtown Magenta, and because we are using permanent color in Zone 1, I have used pH bonder step 1 in her first formula. I will be also using a blur brush today just to blur in any lines and so we keep her hair looking soft. To start out, I'm going to start with my first formula of Color Fusion, and I'm going to be outlining her 4 quadrants. Now that my quadrants are outlined, I'm going to take my short bristle brush and start with the touch-up application. Now we are only going to be applying to zone 1 because we are using permanent color, and that is the only area she has virgin hair. Once my sections are getting too wide, I will switch back over to my wide bristle brush. I will be using this formula all around zone 1 throughout her whole touch-up area. Using diagonal partings and 1/4 sectioning, I can make sure that I have enough hair and product that saturates evenly. And by going diagonal, we keep all of the hair and the product away from the client's face. Now that zone 1 is complete with the permanent hair color, I'm going to go back in and start from the bottom and work my way up. I'll be using 1/4 partings again, and I'll be starting to apply her City Beats formula. We really love City Beats because not only does it add some cool touches to your color and vibrancy, but because of its acidic formula, it's conditioning for the hair. So this will be applied to all zones 2 and 3. So as I get near her roots in zone 1, I'm going to take my blur brush and gently blur those 2 colors together. we're dragging City Beats up just a touch.
During the consultation, Gianna said that she wanted a fun, trendy color, and instead of pre-lightening from scalp to ends, I went in almost as a full highlight on diagonal sections to keep it soft prior to her very first color service. City Beats locks in on those pre-lightened pieces a lot better, and now she has the perfect amount of pop.
Alright, so all the color has been applied in its correct zone, so now Gianna will process at room temperature for 35 minutes. When she's done processing, we're going to take her over, rinse her with lukewarm water, and then we're going to apply step 2 of pH bonder. Okay, so now that the color has processed the full amount of time, we have rinsed Gianna's hair color out, and now I'm going to towel dry her as best as I can. Go ahead and sit up. And we are going to apply step 2 of the pH bonder. So step 2 will go in and seal her color in, and most importantly, protect any hair strand that has been compromised during the service. Now, Gianna has a lot of hair, so we're going to be using a decent amount of step 2. And I'm going to apply through her mid shaft. And then work my way back into her roots. Not only does it have all the internal benefits for your hair, but it really has a cosmetic feel afterwards. Okay, Gianna, you can have a seat up. We're gonna sit up for 10 minutes. Okay, pH bonder has processed for the full 10. So now, Gianna, we're going to shampoo. I am choosing to use Color Extend Magnetics for her shampoo so we can really lock her color in and keep that longevity.
Color Extend Magnetics is made with RCT protein. That means it's going to maintain the structure and nourish the hair while keeping the vibrancy longer.
Moving on to styling, my brush of choice is the Sambia Artist Series paddle brush. And I'm going to start by spraying One United throughout her hair. Being that Gianna has thick hair, it is kind of tingly sometimes, so I'm going to be brushing in this motion instead of this because the way the bristles line up. And I start at the bottom and work my way up. I use One United in almost every single client. It works really well, and the best part is that it smells amazing. Check out that color already. Alright, let's bring some of this moisture out. One United is good for so many reasons. It helps detangle the hair, leave-in heat protectant, leave-in conditioner. So we're going to use that as our primer before we use any other products. I'm going to start by getting about 80 to 90% of the moisture out before I start with any round brush styling. have to pause and talk about Guts 10 really quick. This is hands down my favorite product in the Redken product guide. I use this on majority of my guests. I feel like it's great for any hair texture, any density, and the great part is that it's very controlled when you spray. So you spray directly where you want it. And the more, the better. You don't even feel it when the hair is dry. So I'm going in and spraying her roots just about everywhere. It may look like a lot, but in the end when the hair is dry, you don't even feel it. And sometimes if we're looking for that extra boost of volume, when her hair is fully dried, we can go back in and reapply in those areas that we want more height and just re-blow dry, and you get extra volume that way too. I like to work it in with my hands. Over direct some pieces. Try to bring everything up and over. I like to start my blow dry right around the front. Sometimes those pieces tend to dry quicker, and if your client has any curly or wiry hair, it just gives you more control for your finished look. A lot of the times you hear clients say, "It always looks so good when you do it, but I can never finish the same look at home." So this is my time to talk about any tips or tricks that I can give my clients so that when they go home, they can attempt to give themselves the same look. Okay, so a quick hot tip that I actually learned from another artist, Lindsay Olson, was that to use Iron Shape 11, kind of almost as a reactivator spray. It does heat protect, but it's really great for resetting blow dries, especially day after hair if you have any type of formal event or bridal event. So I'm going to spray in Iron Shape 11. I'm going to run it through her hair. And I'll be using these metal prong clips and basically just setting her hair. I'm going to do 3 large sections, 1, 2, and 3. And that way, we'll blow dry it with some heat, and then we'll set it, spray it really quick, and then when you take it down, it just gives that little extra volume. It's good for any client that has an event later on in the day. Let me go in and spray one more time. I'm going to take it out and coil it around my fingers. And I'm going to place it just like that. We're going to give her hair a quick spray of Fashion Work 12. And now I'm ready to take this last one out. So now we just gave her a nice polished finish. Now that we've done all of the steps and completed her blow dry, I just want to take a moment to recommend her take-home products. So right here we have the Color Extend Bonder. And so there are step 1, 2, and 3. You have a pre-shampoo, shampoo, and conditioner. The pre-shampoo will stay on for 5 minutes before you do step 2 or 3. And the reason why I recommend this is because the first 2 weeks after any chemical service is the most crucial for the hair. So you want to make sure that you're keeping your bonds protected, and by this you can use this for the first 2 weeks post color service, and then you can switch you back on over to your regular Color Extend Magnetic. So you have your shampoo and your conditioner. You also have a mini vinegar rinse, which is great for summertime or wintertime whenever the scalp is dry. That will make sure you go in and rebalance the pH on your skin on your scalp. Then you have Control Addict 28, and that's perfect for your purse. It's a great hairspray to use. And then, as we touched on before, One United. This has so many benefits for you. You can keep that in your purse, take it to the gym with you. It's great for everything. All right, so I have my Samvia comb, my hair clipped up in sections. I'm going to start by finishing her. I'm going to use Hot Sets 22. Now I did use Iron Shape 11 in the blow dry, but Hot Sets 22 is great for any curling or flat ironing service. 22, meaning that it has a higher hold than Iron Shape 11. So I'm gonna shake it. I'm gonna put about 3 pumps. And then I'm going to make sure I comb through the hair so it's all evenly saturated. Okay. This is my new favorite iron because of this reason. Take it off. Each layer I'm going to be curling her hair a little bit differently, just to kind of give her a new look. So I'm going to take the iron and hold it horizontally, and I'm just going to wrap the hair around, still holding it horizontally. I'm going to take it off and let it cool in my hand and then drop it down. I love that you can do so many different looks with this iron. With the clamp, without the clamp, using it as a wand. And it gets super hot. I've burned myself quite a few times. Drop it, set my iron down, and let it cool. Now I'm going to drop down my next section. Get this out of the way. And then again, I'm going to go back in with my Hot Sets 22. Now for the next section I drop down, I'm going to put my clamp back on. And I love the Marcel feature on this. When I was in beauty school, it was terribly hard to learn how to use, and now it's one of my favorite techniques. And I am going to be starting this piece closer to her face, going opposite direction. Even though it's underneath, it probably won't matter that much. I'm going to twist it down and seal her ends. I have Braid Aid 03 here. I'm gonna pump a little into my fingers. And the last step of this process, I am going to do a fishtail braid. It's a great way to show the different levels that she has going throughout her hair color. A lot of my younger girls like this, just as a little add-on service to have when they leave. And it's really good for anybody at any age, just if they're going out for the night, it adds a little style to their hair. So just a quick little story. I actually learned how to French braid before I learned how to fishtail. It seemed a lot harder, and now I realize I think fishtailing is a little bit easier. It's just 2 strands, and you take an outside piece from each and you cross it over. When I was little, I always used to beg my aunt to French braid my hair. My mom didn't know how, my grandma didn't know how, just my aunt. So one day she had moved out of states and I really wanted my hair French braided. So I sat myself in front of the mirror and I taught myself how to French braid. And ever since, I just like exploring with new types of braids. There's rope braids, fishtail, waterfall. They come in handy when you're doing any type of updo or add-on service. As I'm coming to the ends, I'm gonna hold it, I'm gonna pinch it a little farther out and give me some space. And I'm going to go in and kind of rough it up a little bit. And my goal is to loosen it up so you see more of those pops of color. I'm going to take these little black bobby pins and I'm going to anchor the whole entire braid in here. I'm just kind of weaving the bobby pins in here, catch on some hair, and then I'm pulling it tight. Want to hide those bobby pins in there. And there you go. So thank you so much, Gianna, for being my model today. And thank you to everybody else for coming along my journey for my Redken 2019 Artist Audition video.